Hey, hi. I just came in from my walk. I feel refreshed. I feel revived. I feel energized. Um, while I was on my walk, I saw something that really shook me up and brought back so many memories for me. I saw a man putting some slaps on, gotta be his woman. And when I saw that, I got so scared. I started shaking because it's like I want to help her, but I can't put myself in people's business, But at the same time, oh my God, all these memories came flooding back because, I've been there. I've been there. I've been in an abusive relationship with a man for almost 12 years. So when I see men hitting women, it gets personal for me. It's like I'm feeling it for them. Anyway, when I was about to come around the corner, I saw the police coming up. So I figured somebody must have seen and called the police. Um, gosh, I'm still so shaken, you know. I want to say to women, do not encourage anyone to hit you. Do not encourage it. And for some men too, because I see a lot of um, videos floating around Facebook where women hitting on men and people making it a laughing stock. I don't find it funny. I believe that nobody, no man, no woman should put their hands on somebody else. Nobody. So, oh my God, I got so emotional. I started crying when I saw that. I was like, oh my God. I remember all those times when I got beat up on. It's sad. And people say, oh, why don't you leave and stuff like that. But in the moment, there is so much that's going through your mind. You don't know what to do, you know? So living in it, it's hard to find a solution with regards to leaving. It's not that the person is stupid, it's not anything like that. They know they gotta leave. I knew I had to leave, but it's just, and I think, honestly speaking, it all stems from my childhood growing into adulthood. I was always seeking someone who could take control of me because of all the stuff that happened to me. I just wanted a protector. And trust me, he was a protector. He, and I got to realize afterward he was a protector because that was his character. He wasn't a protector because he loved me endlessly or anything like that. He was a protector because he was a narcissist. So he didn't want anybody to say anything to me or do to me anything that he didn't like because he wanted to be in control. I remember the last time he hit me when I really decided to leave. I went to the hairdresser. Mind you, he dropped me off at the hairdresser. And, you know, when you go to the hairdresser, especially on the weekends, it's all day story. You don't finish early at all. So my phone went dead. So the girl plugged it in at another girl's station. And so he probably was calling me. This is where I got it from afterwards, you know. And obviously I didn't hear the phone because it was charging. And apparently he came upstairs. But when he came up, I was at the sink because he said that he didn't see me nor the girl. So I said, obviously, if you didn't see me or her, we're at the sink at the back. Did you check at the back? So when I finished, I called him and I said, I'm finished. You can come pick me up. He's like, oh, I'll be there. And not even 2 minutes after, he's like, I'm downstairs. I'm like, he got here fast. Not knowing the man was parked there all the time, waiting to see where I come in and where I go in. Now this place does not have a back entrance. I can't even remember if they had a back stairs. And this man is telling me that I left there and went with a man. So we started arguing in the car and stuff. And he took out his gun and started butting me with the gun and pushing the gun up my nose and all it. And I was crying. And he stopped at a junction to cross. And I just took that opportunity to jump out of the car. And this is me running up the road. Mind you, at that time, my hip was bad. So I'm up on the drop, but I'm running, going, man. But it was a one-way. So he can't drive up the street I am going. He had to go around. So by the time he go around, we weren't far from the police station. So I got to the police station in the nick of time. And I ran in there and I started crying and I was, making my complaint to them and stuff. And, as soon as the police heard, he took out his gun and hit me with it. He said, oh, he's a bad man, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yes. I said, yeah, I need y'all to take his gun away because he threatened me with a gun, blah, blah. Give them his name and everything. And, well, obviously he didn't follow me into the police station. He drove away. And they escorted me to my aunt's house. And I made up my mind. My aunt was like, you got to leave now. My mom said the same thing. You got to leave. And I said, yes, this is it. And I left him. We separated. And luckily for me, shortly after that, he left the country. And so because he left the country, I eventually got him out of my system because I was afraid of him. I loved him. It was a combination of feelings all balled up in one. So I had to build my confidence, my self-esteem, my strength to walk away and not grieve him. And so, we ended up leaving. But this is after almost 12 years. You know how many times I left and I went back because he would come and beg and stuff like that. I remember one time this man beat me to a pulp in the bedroom. And it was, let me tell you, for the simplest things. When he's around, I have to be on eggshells because if I talk, it's a problem. I don't talk, it's a problem. So he beat me to a pulp, used his feet and kicked me in my stomach, and I'm left huddled on that ground. And he walked off and went to his computer and was on his computer. And like 15 minutes after, he came back in the bedroom and said, what you still doing on the ground? Girl, get up, yeah? You don't even get nothing for the lie down there till now. That's the kind of things he would say to me. And he didn't have to be drunk and all of that to hit me. That was just his personality. He liked to hit. And he had this short temper. All in all, it's ignorance. But thank God, I'm out of that. And I vowed that I would never, ever, ever encourage another man to hit me in my life again. And thankfully, my ex-husband, he would cuff the wall, he would walk out, he would do this, but he never hit. And actually, in that relationship, I was the one with a lot of voice. My husband, he wasn't this warring, but I went into that relationship with the attitude from my past relationship, because this was accustomed to the abusing and the cussing and the fighting, and then you make up, right? So I had a hard time. I think that is one of the reasons my marriage didn't last too, because my husband, he couldn't really handle some of the stuff that was going. I mean, he had his faults. We both had our faults. But, I think there are things that we could have worked on that neither of us made an effort to work on. But anyhow, all in all, it's all experience. And this is why I can advise women today. From the time they do it one time, don't wait for another time. Sometimes you can forgive them for that one time and see how things goes. But if they do it again, walk away. It starts from verbal abuse. Then they break down your self-esteem. When he was finished with me, I used to feel like I am nothing. I have so many stories I can tell you. I would be here all week. But let me tell you something. When it looks bleak and it seems like there is no way, remember that once there is life, there are opportunities, and you can get out, and there is always a way. Another thing, make sure that you tell people that he's hitting you. Just in case something happens, they will know that he used to hit you. Don't hide it. Tell somebody, even if it's one person. I used to tell everybody from day one. I told people, but my family, they thought that he was hitting me before, and I never said anything. But from day one, I told them the first time. The thing is that he waited till like into the 3rd year, head into the 4th year. And then he hit me. He never hit me before. So he had me where he wanted me. He nurtured me and groomed me into what he wanted, and then he attacked. That's a narcissist for you. So guys, please don't encourage it. Men too. If you find a woman who's aggressive and likes to lash out, walk away. Leave her alone, please. Next thing you know, you're all on the road, like I just saw, fighting, and police gotta come. And no, you can do better than that. Always tell yourself you can do better. Okay? Have a good evening.